The Benin Kingdom or Empire is regarded as one of the oldest and most highly developed states in the coastal hinterlands of West Africa, dating perhaps to the 11th century until it was annexed by the British Empire in 1897. By the 7th century, Europe was aware of a territory in Africa known as Great Benin. The kingdom was identified as larger than Wales, with very wide influence extending west as far as Sierra Leone and south to the Congo River. Two of its colonies westward by the Atlantic Ocean were Lagos and Badagry to Port Novo. Hence, the stretch of the Atlantic Ocean became known in maritime location as the Bight of Benin. Indeed, the empire extended to the boundary between Oyo and Benin in the north, the sea in the south, Asaba in the east, and Lagos in the west, including the Ishangs, Kukurukus, Ekitis, Owos, Ishekiris, the Urobos, Ijos, and the Ondos. The Oba of Benin also had considerable powers in the east on both sides of the Niger. The institution of kingship in Benin is over 10 centuries old, with a break between the Ogiso and Oba dynasty. Historically, about the year 1400, Benin broke away from the elective process of choosing an Oba and declared the present state of primogeniture to ensure that an Oba was succeeded by his eldest son. Everybody in the Benin Kingdom is subject to the Oba. The Benins practice the first son-only succession system, as it is in England, and they believe that it is better to have a leader that is selected unchallenged and sent by God, devoid of squabbles and human elections. It's a unique succession plan that has been sustained for centuries till date. The Benin Kingdom monarchy over the years has embraced the doctrine of change that has not eroded its core values and cultures. The Benin people practically guide their lives by their cultures. The Benin monarchy earned the respect and loyalty of every Benin citizen, even beyond the shores. The kingdom is unique for its unfading tradition and world-famous culture. It has the reputation of quality artifacts, culture, and homegrown bronze casting, which is the envy of the world. Benin artifacts can be found in many museums from South to North America, Europe, the Middle East, and the South Pacific. The 39th Oba of Benin, who has joined his ancestors, His Royal Majesty, Omoba Nedo Ukwakpolokpolo Oba Erediawa, GCFR, was a great and distinguished monarch who was highly respected within and outside the Benin Kingdom. He was educated at the prestigious King's College University of Cambridge in the UK. Oba Erediawa had a distinguished public service career, rising to the post of Federal Permanent Secretary in several ministries. Like his father, the new Oba of Benin, Omoba Nedo Ukwakpolokpolo Oba Erediawa II, is well educated with degrees from universities in the United Kingdom and the United States of America. He has had a very successful career in both the public and private sectors, spanning over 15 years as Nigeria's ambassador to foreign missions including Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland, Angola, Italy, and Albania. The new Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Omoba Nedo Ukwakpolokpolo Oba Eware II, is a man gifted with immense wisdom who has been mentored, tutored, and groomed by his father in the rudiments of kingship, and it is hoped that the experience he has acquired over the years will greatly guide him in steering the ship of the Benin Kingdom to higher heights. The new Oba knows that the Benin people are conscious of their history and very proud of their heritage. He has been projected to surpass his father, having gained from his wealth of experience and fountain of wisdom. A man who has passion for culture and tradition, His Royal Majesty Oba Eware II stepped into the shoes of his father as the new Oba of Benin on Thursday, 20th of October 2016. This momentous and epochal event happened exactly 37 years after His Royal Majesty Omobanedo Ukwakpolokpolo Iridiawa was installed on March 23, 1979. It is safe to say that Benin, the Edo State capital, witnessed the largest gathering of the cream of both the local and international dignitaries, who came from as far afield as over 30 countries of the world, with whom the new Oba has built a bridge of friendship during his sojourn as Nigeria's ambassador in these countries. Benin people, young and old, came out in their thousands to show their love for the new Oba and indeed partake in the making of history. The declaration of the public holiday on the day of the coronation by the Edo State government was a very wise decision which helped a great deal for the ease of movement in and around Benin City. Prominent Nigerians from different spheres of our land, the corporate world, business sector, the diplomatic community, the political class were fully represented. The governors of Oyo, Osun and Gombe states were there to support Governor Adams Aliyu Oshomole, who had the singular honor of being the governor to present the staff of office to the new Oba of Benin in the last 37 years. The traditional institution appeared in such a diverse assemblage in great number, transcending the 6 geopolitical divides of the country. They all looked regal, majestic and resplendent in the very powerful dressing that depicts the different styles of dressing peculiar to their areas, all proudly Nigerian attires, a boost to our local content initiatives. That was a day when our royal fathers proudly displayed their age-long role as the cultural ambassadors to their different zones, from the Oni of Ife, the Sultan of Sokoto, the Obi of Onitsha, the Emir of Kano, the Ata of Igala land, and the traditional rulers from the east, the west, and the Niger Delta region. That was a day the Benin people, men and women, the young and old from all classes, completely went to town to adorn the very best of their traditional garbs, with the beads and other accessories accentuating their courage, beauty, and standing. The Benin chiefs were simply in a class of their own. Indeed, the Benin people again displayed the fact that, for them, their whole life and essence revolves around their culture and tradition, which they hold in very high esteem. They were all a great spectacle to behold. coronation of the new Oba of Benin, Oba Irara II, which took place at the Urukputa Museum ground, began with a performance by different cultural troupes. President Muhammadu Buhari was very ably represented by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, SAN, GCON, to show that even the presidency regards the event in a very high esteem. The epic coronation event peaked with a grand entry of the new Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Oba Irara II, into the hall at the conclusion of the final coronation rites, which saw him trek about 12 kilometers across strategic points in Benin City, where he made quick stops to observe the rites. A loud shout of Oba Tokpeye and ovation greeted him. Quickly, after the new Oba had taken his seat, the Uzama chiefs, led by Oliha, performed the crowning ceremony. In his address, the executive governor of Edo State, Comrade Adams Aliyu Oshiomhole, CON, in what could be described as his last major function before his 8-year tenure as chief helmsman of Edo State comes to an end, congratulated the new Oba for the grace given him to ascend the throne of his forebears, which he said he had been properly groomed and tutored for. Governor Adams Oshiomhole said, with his very impressive credentials, track record and antecedents, he has no doubt at all that Oba Irara II will be the catalyst for the new cultural renaissance that will take Benin people into the next stage of development. He wished him well.
The former coronation of Your Royal Majesty today affords us the opportunity to renew and to celebrate the rich cultural tradition of Benin Kingdom and to showcase the beauty and the uniqueness not only of this great kingdom but of Edo State. I join millions of Edo people and of Nigerians and indeed your adherents around the world to congratulate you on this occasion and to join in asking God and our ancestors to grant you all the wisdom that Your Majesty will need to succeed in this most exalted position as Oba of this great kingdom.
The next high point of the coronation formalities was the presentation of the staff of office to the new Oba by Governor Adams Oshomole. Before his maiden address as the Oba of Benin, Oba Eruare II asked the audience to rise to observe a minute silence for his parents, his father, Omoba Nedo Ukwapolopolo Irediawa, and mother, Princess Justina Irediawa, whom he has also honored posthumously as a queen mother. He began by accepting with faith and humility the destiny which ordained that henceforth he shall be the embodiment and expression of the culture, aspirations, and history of the Benin people.
The historians all agree that Oduduwa sent his son Oromia at the request of elders of Benin to return with them as ruler of their realm. Oromia's stay in Benin may have been short, but before he left, a child was born to him who was later crowned Oba, and as is known today, as Eweka I. Oromia's time in Benin, however short-lived, he was an Oba, and so he was the first Oba after the Okiso dynasty came to an end. He established Obaship in Benin. By implication, therefore, the listing of past Obas should therefore begin from Oromia, as it is listed in the Lariwa book. Short history of Benin, actually making my revered father 39th Oba that reigned in Benin, if the listing is counted from and should be counted from Oromia. I therefore stand before you today as the 40th Oba of Benin. Direct descendant of Oromia, the son of Oduduwa, whom the Benin people of that era knew as a Kaladiran, their self-exiled prince, who later became ruler in Ile-Ife. The Benin people recognize Oduduwa and his origin, but it is not our place to force this recognition on others outside our boundaries. The history of the world is a shared one, and there will certainly be unexpected connections in future. This is thus a time for unity and not divisiveness. A time for mutual respect, recognizing that our wholeness as people is so much more than the sum of our parts. Gloribus unum.
His Royal Majesty, Oba Eruare II, said, after having gone through the activities prescribed by customs and tradition for his ascension to the revered throne of Benin Ancient Kingdom, he had the unique opportunity to reflect on the values and essence of the historical continuum of Benin people, and has come to the conclusion that what royalty represents for the people are justice, peace, and unity, promising to reawaken and sustain all these ideals under his dispensation. He paid tribute to his illustrious father, from whom he said he benefited immensely in terms of fatherly love and wisdom. He described him as a true symbol of the Benin cultural identity, who worked assiduously to see that the legacy of several centuries was preserved.
We shall faithfully discharge this sacred responsibility. We shall pay due attention to all members of custom and tradition, focusing on real issues of security of our communities and the welfare and development of our people. We shall carry out reforms in palace administration, in order to be adequately responsive to our people's sincere and deep longing for justice, equity, and stability. We shall strive to ensure that conflicts are resolved between individuals, families, and communities along the principles of social justice. We shall use cultural diplomacy as a veritable tool for the promotion of harmonious relationships with our neighbors far and near. I also strongly advise my Benin people to strive to maintain our culture, especially our language, by insisting on its use in communicating with their children and each other. You will agree with me that Benin Empire, which encompassed part of Lagos across to Asaba, even then Dahomey, has now shrunk to within only one state. To survive, it is imperative that we maintain our culture, which is now the only unifying force for our people.
The new Oba of Benin, Oba Eruare II, promised to initiate a cultural renaissance that will focus on tourism promotion through arts and culture. The Benin Royal Dynasty Trusts and the Benin Royal Academy for Performing Arts will be established to train youth and develop talents. At the end of the day, His Royal Majesty, Oba Eruare II, intends to transform Benin dance drama into an international brand. He was hailed intermittently in the course of his address.
We will initiate a cultural renaissance that will focus on tourism, promotion through arts and crafts. To drive this initiative, we have already established two special purpose vehicles, namely the Benin Royal Dynasty Trust, will in collaboration with Benin Traditional Council establish a foundry or two in the Guen quarters to enhance the productivity of the Bronze Casters Guild. Benin Royal Academy for Performing Arts will train youth and develop their talents. They will reach out to international choreographers in different parts of the world for the purpose of transforming Benin dance drama into an international brand. Through these initiatives, we hope to attract tourism to our land and provide jobs for our teeming youth. We shall also support efforts to build partnerships and seek international assistance for the restoration of Benin monuments, including revival of the creative and artistic talents of Benin, which are already globally acknowledged through our rich artifacts.
After his address, His Royal Majesty Oba Eruare II unveiled the new crest and traditional symbol of his reign. In the address of the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, who was represented by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, SAN, GCON, he commiserated with the new Oba on the passing of his father and him for the successful ascension of the throne of his forefathers. According to him, with his own experience as a world personality, having traversed different countries of the world in his over 15 years tour of duty as an ambassador to different countries, Benin Kingdom will benefit from his wide connections and his training in the finest traditions of monarchy. The Vice President said, His Royal Majesty Oba Eruare II is a great asset, not only to the monarchy in Benin Kingdom, but Nigeria at large.
Your Royal Majesty Omanoba Nedo Oku Akpolopolo, Mr. President has asked me to convey his special and respectful felicitations today. He remembers your great father, Omanoba Eregio, who in the President's days as Minister of Petroleum served the federal government in the same building as a permanent secretary. Mr. President said to me that your great father was one of the most principled and forthright Nigerians that he ever met. Your Excellency Governor Adams Oshiomhole, let me congratulate you today on being the first Edo man in the centuries-old history of Benin to hand the staff of office to a new Oba of Benin. Today, your name finds a notable place in the rich history of the Benin monarchy. Your Royal Majesty Omanoba Nedo Oku Akpolopolo, the great and deep history of the Benin people, is not just a source of pride to the Edoes, but to Nigeria and indeed to the African people. We are gratified that your meritorious service as Nigerian ambassador to various nations and your sterling work in the oil and gas industry stand you in good stead to fulfill these obligations that your incumbency of the throne of your ancestors imposed. All of those who know you are convinced that you will discharge this responsibility with the grace, wisdom, and integrity that your great ancestors have always displayed. On behalf of the President and Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I congratulate you on this momentous and historic occasion and assure you of our full support, especially for the Royal Destiny Trust programs for youth employment and poverty alleviation, which your realm will reign. I pray that the Almighty God will be attentive to all your prayers for this land, and that His hand will be upon you to guide you and to direct you daily. Your family and your tribe will increase. Your days will be long. And as your days, so shall your strength, so shall your wisdom, and your favor with God. In Jesus' mighty name.
The very colorful event ended with the paying of homage to the new Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty, Oba Eruare II, by members of the royal family, chiefs, and others. To formally draw the curtain of the coronation of His Royal Majesty, Omoba Nedo Ukwu Oba Eruare II, a dinner was put together at the palace. Artists like Eno Lewis and Osayemore Joseph performed. All hailed the new Oba of Benin Kingdom, His Royal Majesty, Oba Eruare II, Oba Atokpe Ise.
For me, I feel very grateful to God to witness this ceremony. It's all excitement. It's a unique privilege to be able to participate in the various events and to see our Oba being coronated. And I'm sharing with my people the great wish that his reign will be peaceful. Amen. That God will grant him the wisdom to be able to excel his forefathers. Amen. And be able to achieve more for the betterment of the Edo people and Nigeria at large.
We're here to witness the making of another history in Benin Kingdom. My father was here when late the past Oba was coronated, and me being here now is being a repeat of history, what happened many years ago. Yes. So we're all very happy to be here, and we know that as a diplomat and somebody who is quite mature and born into royalty, that he will rule the kingdom with the fear of God, and will also his reign will usher in more development and peace in Benin Kingdom.
The planning
I pray that God should grant him good health,
auspicious event.
And grant him the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
We have the representative of the Emir of Zazzau in
to all Benin's,
Zaria.
So that those who
you're most welcome.
have labored seriously to make this day a fruition will be happy, yes, that they have done a very good job. I wish him a very long life, peaceful and a happy reign of Benin Kingdom.
A lot of progress to the kingdom, and my prayer is that he will continue the same footsteps and take Edo Kingdom even to higher levels for the 21st century. And I'm very happy that notwithstanding modernity, that Edo Kingdom.
Well, quite as the album of Calabar, we have a historical link that links us right from the time of environment and even all the trade routes in those days during the English people. This coronation reminds me of our traditional values that we hold in a very high esteem.
I wish a very peaceful reign, very peaceful reign like his father. And whatever the fault that's good, he will like to follow it. That's what I wish. He's got to reign well because it started very well.